Okay, so first you're going to come down here and click on this circle. That's the launcher, and it's going to bring up this search bar right here. In there, you're going to type in camera, C-A-M, and then E-R-A, but it comes up right away, and you're just going to click on camera, and that's going to bring you to the camera app. Now, right now, we've got a whole lot of background, so you can scooch this closer to yourself because you want the stamp to be just of your face. So if you have a message like that, you can click that. I'm going to come behind you and put up the white piece of paper, and that's going to give you a white background. When I'm holding that behind you, you're going to like figure out if you want to smile, if you don't want to smile. You want kind of the top of your head and maybe some of your shoulders in the picture. And then you're going to come over here when you feel like you've got it, and you're going to click this circle button. That takes your picture. Okay, then I want to go to the picture I just took. So I'm going to click down here on this thumbnail, and that gives me my picture. The first thing I want to do is edit it by cropping out the extra background. So I'm going to go up to this pencil right here. Buddy, not right now. And then that's going to bring up, just wait, all my editing tools. And down here, the one that's like two L's coming together is the crop button. I'm going to click on that. That's me. Then I'm going to drag the corners of this picture to where I just have a white background. And you can decide, you know, maybe you don't want as much of your arm on that side. Maybe you want it all the way to the bottom of the picture. Maybe you just want it to like the top of your shoulder. You can kind of decide how you want that to look. I see my fingers right here, so I'm going to maybe just chop that out. Buddy, not right now. When you have it so that just the part you want is highlighted, you're going to click done right here. Now we have our picture that's going to be for our stamp. But we still need to adjust the colors because right now I see all kinds of different values, and I want it to just be so I know what part's going to be the stamp and what part's going to be the background. So go down here to the sunshine. It says brightness when I hover over it, and click on that. And the first thing I'm going to do is knock the contrast all the way up. And okay, now that's not a good stamp because you can't even see my face. So you may have to adjust it a little bit. But we want to get it so that I can see where it's going to be dark and where it's going to be light. And then you can mess with your brightness as well until you get it to where you feel like, okay, yeah, this would be a good stamp. So when I bring both of them all the way up, I can see that the part of the stamp that I would make at the top would be my hair. I'd have my glasses, some for my nose, my mouth, and then maybe my body here. So I'm thinking this is good. I'm going to click done. For you, you may have to adjust it, especially if you're wearing a different color of clothing than me. It may, or if your picture's lighter or darker, you may have to mess with this a little bit more. But you want to think about how do you want the stamp to look. When you're all done, you're going to click done. And then the last thing before you email this to me is you want to change the image up here because it says image and then a whole bunch of numbers. So I want to change that file name. If I just click on it, I can type in my first name and then click enter, and now this picture is called my first name, Elizabeth. And then I can just click exit out of here. I'm done with this part. I'm going to go to my Gmail next, and yours should be at the bottom of your bar there. And then it should bring you right to your Gmail. From Gmail, you're going to compose a new email to me. So if I click compose, a little email, a new one is going to come up right down here. Maybe. Right here, it says to. You're going to start typing my name, E-P-E, and I should pop up. You'll see my little picture there. Click on that. And then you need to attach the photo you just took to this email so that I can get it. You're going to go down to the paper clip, click that. And then up here at the microscope, or the search bar, you're going to click that, type in your first name, and that should bring up the picture you just took. Click on that, click open, and once it loads down here, you can push send. You may get a pop-up box that says something like send this with a blank subject or send this with a blank body. That's just fine. Click OK. Do not log out of your computer until I tell you that I have received your email with your picture attached. And then when you're done, you just log out like normal.